Hi, and welcome back to Miranda's Cauldron. I would apologize for not being here on Monday, but when I get a phone call from the other grandma, says, "Hey, you want to come visit the baby for a few days?" And of course, I'm going to say, "Sure." So that's where I was on Monday. I also have a wedding to go to later this month for my daughter, so I picked out a dress for that. So that was fun. And of course, when you go shopping, you have to get some writerly things. Like I got some of the things I picked up was, of course, more little baskets to put my new pens. And it's amazing feeling when after all this time, I actually need these pens because I only have one blue one left. And I have lots of red. But my green is also on like maybe halfway done on my last pen. So, hey, so when you visit the grandbaby, you also have some time to do some shopping. And so one of the things, like I'm usually pretty good when I'm traveling, if I'm going to go here for a few days, like go visit my son. Because I mean, it's not just a one day usually, because it's like 4-hour drive there and back. So I had my pencils and my pen in my little pencil case. I took it out because I needed a pencil to write down a code. And well, I forgot it on the bed. So what did I do? Buy new pencils. At least they were only $2, even though I really didn't need them because I probably have 30 pencils I still have to use. These are different pencils. And they were already sharpened, so they would have been fine when I was visiting. But I never even used them. Oh well, so now I have a fair bit to catch up, but I did do writingly tasks when I was there. Like, just in case you didn't see, I was the +1 for Jody Jean Daniels' podcast yesterday. And here is the direct link for that. And after me, so I'm going to have like 10 minutes in between mine and Diane sprints because Thursday is back to back to back. If you're into stream hopping and you happen to be here, Heather over at the Heart Breathing's Writing Community, she's hosting right now. And then I am right now for the next 2 hours. Well, more like almost 2 hours, because right after me is Diane on her normal time slot. And then Rachel is back. She sprints like me. We don't sprint on behalf of the Heart Breathing's Writing Community. We're Hearties, and we want to support the writing community. So Rachel is back on her normal Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 Eastern. I have to think because now I am back on Mountain Time, not Central Time. Because here in Saskatchewan, we don't change our time. So now we're back on Montana's time, back in Alberta's time, Mountain Time, and 2 hours behind Eastern. So now it's 2 hours, and I have to think about, okay, Rachel for me is at 2, which is 4 Eastern. Silly math. And then Thursdays, Jenna has a special event, and that's her direct link to the after Rachel's event. So that will be 6 Eastern, I do believe. Check out the link and Jenna's channel for more details. And after supper, which is now going to be, I think, at 8 o'clock Eastern, is Jody Jean. And so she will be sprinting. And then tomorrow morning is Angela for her normal Friday.
And if you are hardy or just adore Sarah Cannon, if you read her books, whatever, she should be having her coffee chat tomorrow in the afternoon. I think it's like 4 Eastern. So yeah, that's all the links and the things that's happening. I am going to draw a Moonology card. I haven't drawn a Moonology card for a few days. So I'm going to do this one. And it is the one with the pretty background. Oh, and for tomorrow, I'm also having because it's the full moon, I will be doing the full moon tarot spreads cards again. So if you want to pop in for that, I believe it's at 3 Eastern. Let me check my agenda because would be totally lost. It's a weekly and monthly planner. I actually ordered it online somewhere, and it wasn't really that much. I think it was only like 15 Canadian dollars. So I'm down with that. So the tarot stream is at One Mountain. So it will be 3 Eastern. So just before the coffee chat. So there's that. I'm going to shuffle up my Moonology cards. And it is the Manifestation Oracle cards. Just a minute. Husbands, he did go to work this morning very early. Like I think it was like 6:30. And it's only 10 my time. So I guess he did put in almost 4 hours of work. So I guess he's home for lunch now. Okay, question is, will he go back to work after he has a break and has a lunch? Maybe he's going from one job site to another. I just hope he goes back to work. Because I have things to do today. Okay, so we're going to draw a card. Here's my card for today. And it is Attend to the Details. Last quarter moon in Virgo. Very good. Very fitting to attend to the details because in my writing right now, I am doing final edits, even though I sometimes have to remind myself that no, Miranda, I am not revising this scene. No, I am not doing massive revisions. I am just checking to make sure the editing and the wording is quite right. So there has been some tweaking, but not nearly as much as my normal revisions would be. So, yeah, makes sense. So I am going to bring up the Pandora Kitty so we can start our first. I'm just going to do them all 25 sprints because it's going to be easier that way. Because I usually start with the 20 and then go to 25. So see you in 25.
And that was the end of our first sprint together. Had some friends popping in during that sprint. CJ, hello. Working on the usual thesis. That is awesome. And how are my edits going? Mine are going really slow. Like I said earlier at the beginning, that I unexpectedly took off away from home, took away from mostly the writing from Sunday till yesterday. I got a phone call from the other Grammy to see if I wanted to go spend a few days with the grandbaby and just relax him for a while. So I did that. I did find a dress for my daughter's wedding for the end of the month. So that was the main purpose. And of course, when you go to the city, there's dollar stores. And sometimes you just need more little baskets. And these cute little highlighters, they're just studios. So they're probably not the best, but they work. And I did run out of these. I only have one more of these pens in black and a couple in blue. And they're one of my favorite pens just to write in with edits. And they all come in pretty colors, so that helps. So I'm just unpacking all that stuff and trying to find a place for it, and realize that there's a few items that I probably didn't need to get because I already have some here that are just not being used. And I got more of these baskets because the baskets I was using for each individual series has all their post-it notes, index cards, and all that fun stuff in the basket. And other baskets that I was using wasn't quite big enough. So I got these. They're long enough, but they're not wide enough for my notebook. So I just switched it out. So that's good. And Laura popped in with good morning, and who found a new critique partner. Awesome. And eating toast with cherry jam. Ooh, that's different. Fun. Oh, and side note, when I thought my husband came home from work. Oh no, he had a medical appointment this morning. So that explains why he left super early. And he brought home lunch, which is nice. Another comment, love pretty pens. Quite fond of purple. Yes, same with me. Too bad though that these pens, they're only in like the dark purple. They're not the light lavender lilac. But it's awesome. And the pastel colors are really nice. And I usually don't use highlighters as highlighters. I don't highlight my highlight books or whatever. So that would be fun to get a little bit prettier, different colors. We have a minute and a half left. And then we will start our next sprint. And I did post a bunch of links at the beginning because Thursdays are back to back to back. I'm going to keep this time over at the Heart Breathings Writing Community. Heather was sprinting an hour ago. I'm not sure if she still is or not. And then right after me, we have Diane. So I'm going to dial back the last sprint to 20 minutes so we can have a little bit of a break. And then right after Diane is Rachel. She's back. So if you were sprinting with her before, she's back. And then right after Rachel, Jenna is having her special Thursday night special event. She's not sprinting. I think today is they're doing some planning of some booklet or comic or something. So that's fun. I went last time and it was fun. And then after supper, we have Jody Jean. So I added all those kind of posts. And Laura need to read. That's a good idea. That's what I think I might do during one of the mini back-to-back sprints today. Because I'm almost done this book that I've been reading. It seems like forever. But this problem is, it's not a hard read. It's a long. But we'll continue with that discussion later. Let's get back to writing, or like me, just unpacking and sorting up the things before I plan the rest of my week. See you in 25. and we're done. The second sprint. I've still kind of putting around, rearranging my desk area with my new baskets and such. So I've been busy. How about you guys? Let's see. I posted a little notification about since it's full moon tomorrow. You know what that means at Miranda's Cauldron? A live tarot stream at 3 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Mountain. So if you stop in on Friday's coffee chat, I'm just an hour before Sarah. And I'm usually about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. It depends. If I'm all alone, I only usually last about 20 minutes. But if I have visitors, then I read extra cards. So that is always fun. And it builds my confidence with my tarot, which is something, even though I've had tarot for, oh my goodness, it's probably been at least 15 years, maybe even a little bit longer, because we've lived at this location for 12 years. And I got my card started my card collection when I lived in Alberta. Mama Maggie, hello. And CJ is working on quote analysis. Sounds intriguing. Mama Maggie says, I am ready, mostly. Have some pre-sales to do and working on creating hardcovers. Ooh, fun. Did you know you can only create 3 hardcovers per day from Amazon Kindle? Says you have to wait. Really? Huh. That is interesting. I still have to do the whole front matter, back matter. Since I spent the last few days with my son, his wife, who I like to call my bonus daughter, and now my cover creator and my map creator, she's been slowly transforming my hand-drawn maps into digital format so I can put them in my books. Not all of them. But if you're writing a fantasy, I guess in a way urban fantasy, but it's not really in a town, it's set at a camp, that I think it'd be kind of fun if you actually have the map of the camp and maybe even some of the maps going towards the south of the main camp or the north where things have been found. Maybe even a lost brother. We'll have to wait and see for book 2 for those 2 things, because both of those adventures are in book 2. Yesterday, Mama Maggie I did get the book matter updated in 9 books yesterday. Wow. You are just a writing queen. Okay, so we have another minute and a half before this break is over. Just as a reminder, this will be 25 minutes, but the next sprint will be shorter, so I can have a little bit of a break. And we can all have a little bit of a break before Diane starts in less than an hour. This is going to be could be for some, a back-to-back running sprint. When I finish up, Diane will take over, and then right after after Diane is Rachel. Then Jenna has her special Thursday with a friend, but not Mama Maggie. Mama Maggie and her mythology will be next Thursday. And then we have, well, at least I do, about a half an hour break or so. Then this evening we have Jody Jean Daniels for the Hardys. So, like I said earlier, back to back to back. I have to go clean up the storage room in the barn today. Ooh, it's warm and I can smell a dead mouse. Oh no. Question is, you have cats, do you not? They must be just inside cats. Because I know my outside cats there'd be no evidence of the mouse. Jen and I do the first and Thursday months for Mythology Lab. Excellent. And they're fun. Okay, I'm just going to continue with the kitty and see you in 25. How did everybody do? There is a lot of, well, I guess not a lot. It was just, because Esther popped in. So there was a few. Hello. Esther hosts on her channel. So check her out. And we have, let's just cancel that, or I might just go to that link. And I don't want to, because then I will be kicked out of StreamYard, I'm sure. Laura got the dishes done, but needs the meds. Thanks for the reminder from Mama Maggie. And Heather popped in. Heather also hosts sprints. Like I said earlier, she was hosting just before I started streaming. So she streams for the Heartbeating Variety community. Actually, come to think of it, other than CJ, every person here in comments sprints at various times. So that is very interesting. So we tend to support each other. And that's one of the reasons why I decided almost a year and a half ago that I was going to also host sprints. My content, other videos, there's not very much, but I do try to sprint at least once or twice a week. And as a reminder, tomorrow I have my live stream. And if anyone follows Jody Jean Daniels, she's doing the special podcasts, Jody +1. Well, mine was yesterday. And I shared a link at the very start. This is the link for my podcast. It went about 40 minutes, a little bit longer than she usually likes, but sometimes it just happens. So right after, when the kitty meows, I will do a 15-minute cool down. Maybe that will give me 15 minutes to finish what I'm working on. Who would have thought rearranging your desk, because, well, I got all these neat little handy-dandy baskets and boxes, and that, of course, turned me into rearranging my desk space, my carts, and my drawers, because each one of my projects, which is 3, have their own little drawer, which is so much easier than where is the binder for witches, which is the one for the elementals, which is the one for Maple River, which I am still drafting. Maybe I will finish the first draft of that book this year. But my number one goal for 2025 is to get a proof copy of Lear, book 1 of Essence of Elements. I always change those 2 words around, which I don't understand why, because I created the book. I decided on the title, but I'm still transforming. Have a comment. Hello, Raven. Hello. Taking time to organize to fit your mind and needs is important and refreshing. Exactly. Like, I spent, I think it was a little bit in January when I reset my desk. I was going to put the books that of the ladies I write with, but where I wanted to put them, they were going to be too small a space, which I should have realized by looking at the books that it wasn't going to fit. And I didn't want to put them sideways like this on the shelf, which I probably could, but I have 2 little spaces that are perfect for putting my books up. So yeah, there's that. And Mama Maggie missed the break. That's okay. We're just chatting. And hello to Heather. And CJ says, got caught up in writing. Good analysis happening. Amazing. And hello from Raven. Mama Maggie changed her clothes because she has to go out to the barn. And yeah, that is important because you don't want to have the clothes that you write in or you sit in your furniture and in the house, if you have to go out to I wouldn't really say a smelly barn because I had a barn. It was mostly for the cats because when we moved here, the barn was here, 100-year-old barn, and with so much of the strong winds that were coming through over the course of the years, we had to tear it down or it would have fallen and crushed us. And all the hellos. I would stay in jammy pants all day if I could. Yeah, I'm totally there. On the second day, the second full day of being with family, we stayed at the cabin, and which is so nice, right on the water. There's little hills on across the water. Some people call them mountains, but they're not. They're just, it's in a valley. So it was nice. And I wasn't even going to get dressed that day. I wore my jammies all day long. Over all the years of farming, I have specific clothes and shoes for the barn. Yes. Yes, even shoes or boots are important because you don't want to wear those boots anywhere else. And I've talked long enough, so I'm going to change the kitty timer. I'm going to stop it in options and change it to 15 minutes. And that will be our last sprint with me. See you in 15. Oops, I did that wrong. Let's try again. Oh, I have to set the time there. Here we go. Now we're ready for 15 minutes. And that was the last sprint. We are finished for today. Thank you. I will see you at other sprints. And Mama Maggie, thank you for popping in or planning on popping in tomorrow for my live stream for tarot. There was some chatter about farm shoes and city shoes. I can totally relate to that because I too have shoes that I only wear around home and to town. And have a lovely day as well. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. And then for back to normal writing sprints on Monday, I have to set up the thumbnail for that. So keep an eye for the thumbnails for next week's, which will be the normal, unless something comes up again, Monday and Thursday. And thanks for popping in, CJ. I'm glad you got getting your things, all your writing things done. Bye for now.